Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. Now, it has been a while, and a while I mean months, quite frankly. Me and Marshmallow were going to do a Netherwart series, as most of you are aware of, but we gave up on that. Basically, Skyblock was becoming too tiring, and we decided that the Netherwart was just going to become kind of too much in the end. So we put that to one side, and recently we've decided to make new profiles and start all over again. So basically in this video I'll be going over what we've learnt in the month that we've had this profile, and kind of just about how you can improve as a new player starting Skyblock. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first tip when you first start out is to make all your money by foraging. It is by far the best way to make money. It's really easy and it's really profitable. So the way you want to do that is that you'll basically have nothing when you start out, but hopefully you'll have a couple of coins because it will only take a couple. You want to go here into the mine merchant, which is just down this alley. If you right click on him, you can see he sells gold. You can just go ahead and purchase 5 like so, and then you want to come all the way over here and just mine some of this wood. You only need 1, like so. You can access the crafting table at any time through your Skyblock menu, so go ahead and click that. Obviously you want to craft this into sticks, then boom, you have a golden axe. This golden axe is the best way to get wood. Please don't use the jungle axe. It's a complete waste. Do not use it. It's really inefficient and bad. Don't use it. So basically what you want to do is just doing this is the way you'll make your money. However, this is slow and inefficient, and Skyblock's all about money and time, and so to maximize your time, we need to get haste. The simplest way to do that is to come over to the mine merchant, bearing in mind that you have absolutely nothing at this point, and I would buy a promising pickaxe. It's only 35 coins, and as you can see, you will gain efficiency 1 after breaking 50 blocks, and that's basically nothing. So if you come in here, these coal blocks here, you just want to mine these until you get mining skill level 1. So like this. Obviously I think I'm 20 something, so I can't do it, but you basically want to mine all of those. There's some, yeah, there's more down here. It should be pretty empty, not many people come over here to mine. So yeah, you just want to get all of those, and then when you're mining level 1, you can then come over here to the gold mine, and you'll be faced with this. The first thing to do is to go into the iron forager and buy the iron pickaxe. It's now 60 coins, but it's still not that expensive. And you get all of these lovely ores. So the only thing that you really want here is the coal, because what you're trying to get is the coal collection. So if you come to coal, as you can see, it is the 3rd tier, and it's really cheap to make. So you could probably go for a haste 3, which is not that expensive. It's only 1 coal and then some enchanted glowstone. It will not take very long, I'd say 5 minutes max. And then when you get some money from the skill level up, you can come back up here and talk to Rusty, as you can see, and he put something called telekinesis on. Telekinesis means that all the items that you mine go straight into your inventory. So as you can see, the iron straight into the inventory. The same with the coal. It's really useful, and it just means that players can't pick up your items, which is quite important. So you want to get that haste and start brewing yourself some potions. But once you've got the haste potion, you'll have to buy a brewing stand from the alchemist and brew the potion, but that's not that difficult. So as soon as you've finished all of that, you'll want to come here and just mine the wood. I advise mining oak to start with, at least, because it's it's the most profitable wood. So mine oak for a while, and then eventually when you reach foraging level 1, you'll be able to access the park. Now, as soon as you can access the park, I highly advise mining wood in here. So as you can see, you just come through the forest and you'll be hit with the park. The park is great. It has every single type of wood apart from oak, which was back there. And so I would advise going all the way up to the top layer. As you can see, I've got an AOTE, so I'm just going to teleport to the top. And jungle is the most profitable as of recording this video. So, and it's also really easy to mine because there's lots of these big logs which you can just go around and mine. That is the best way to make money since it's really profitable and really, really easy to get into. Back in the hub now for the second tip. This one is really important because you need to unlock the bazaar as soon as possible. To unlock him, you need skill level 7 in the following: farming, mining, combat, and foraging. It's quite easy to get level 7 in all of these, but it's really important that you do. As you can see, you can buy lots of raw materials for him, whether it be dragon frags or even carrots. So make sure you unlock him as soon as possible. This is where you'll be buying and selling most of your raw materials. Okay, so the next piece of advice highlights exactly what you should be doing with your island. The first thing is having an efficient minion setup. This means, I don't know, aesthetically pleasing if you would like, but making sure you have the right minions always. By this, I mean don't have minions down that you don't need, only have minions that are either profitable or you need for collections. Don't have minions that you have for the sake of it, because it's just not worth it. They're very profitable if you use them in the right way. Next, we have the experimentation table. This is a really good piece of equipment which has again recently been added into the game. Basically what you have to do is you have to complete these tasks, and then you are faced with super pairs in which you can get loads of enchanting XP, as well as getting things like experience bottles, grand, titanics, and tier 6 books. It's quite profitable, and also it's really important for that enchanting level, so you can access a lot of the new enchantments. For instance, prosecute, combo, ultimates, all of them. You need enchanting levels to be able to access them. So make sure you get yourself an experimentation table and complete it daily. Moving on, we have the cobblestone generator. This one is quite a bog standard issue, but it works very well and is definitely a must if you're going to have a Skyblock profile. It's needed so you can get lots of cobblestone, because you're going to need that for super compactors and talismans. It's very important and it's really easy to make. I'll leave a video in the description of this video that's a really good tutorial on how to make it, and it's how I made mine. The next essential thing that you need on your island is an AFK pool. It's really, really important because it helps your crops regrow. It's completely allowed and you can have it on your island. I advise just like sitting in it whenever you leave your PC, or just whenever you're not playing Skyblock actively. You can just leave it and your crops will regrow by themselves, but otherwise they won't, so it's really important that you have an AFK pool. Another thing that you're definitely going to need is a storage system. Lots of storage systems looks different, but if you don't have one, you'll just have a mound of chests, and then before you know it, they'll all be full, and you won't be able to put your stuff anywhere. And also, you probably won't be bothered to make one at that point. It's really easy to make. It can be any design that you want, as long as they're fairly organised and you can get to them easily. As you can see, I have lots of things like for farming, I have mob drops, I have mining, I have wood, and it's really not hard to make. And trust me, they will make your Skyblock experience so much easier. A little added bonus is a repelling candle. As you can see, it is yellow, very nice. But basically, it wards away mobs, and especially when you're new to the profile and you have loads of mods cluttered on your island and they just smack you off every bridge, it's not helpful. They cost no more than 20k off the AH and are definitely something you want to invest in. Last, but definitely not least, is the farms on your island. These are so important. They're one of the best money making methods at the moment due to the Jacobs event. The Jacobs events happen every hour, and they basically have 20 minutes where you have to mine that specific crop. So for instance, the next one is cactus, pumpkin and sugarcane. It lasts for 20 minutes and you basically have to farm as much as you can of that specific crop. I have, as you can see, quite a few, but it's very important that you have a couple. It doesn't really matter which ones you have. However, Netherwart I highly advise on getting, as it's the most profitable at the moment. With this hoe, as you can see here, I can get probably about 600k every 20 minutes, so it's really profitable, and it's definitely worth putting the work into because they will make the money back almost instantly. So do invest in getting some farms. Okay, so now you've got your money, what should you do with it? It's really important that you spend it correctly and not just waste it on bad things. I highly advise on going into the AH and purchasing yourself some Ender Armor. It's not that expensive and it's a really good set. As you can see, Ender leggings are going for as cheap as 90k on Buy It right now. It's really cheap, and all the stats double in the end, so the top layer of mobs will be really easy to beat. The next thing I recommend on buying is a Raider's Axe. It doubles up with the Ender Armor really nicely and doesn't cost that much. As you can see in the AH, it's currently, as of recording this video, is going for 170k. You can either buy it from the AH or you can get it yourself by going to the Viking in the park. I will leave a link in the description of a useful video that you can use if you want to get it yourself. I don't think it's that different in price, but it's just all down to preference. This is a really good weapon since it deals a lot of damage, and the scavenger ability it has means that you can get lots of money from killing mobs at the same time as up-leveling your combat level. Before I finish, there are a couple of extra bonus things that I'd like to mention. First of all is talismans. They are really important. You can get lots of extra damage, intelligence and defense by using them. As you can see, I have lots of different ones that vary from epic to common. As you can see, I've got mine all reforged to Bazaar, which means I get up to 16 intelligence per. This is really important and will definitely help you progress quicker. You can reforge them, which means you can change their stats. So for instance, I've got mine on Bazaar, but you could get things like strong, godly, and they all give you different things on them. So definitely make sure you get yourself some talismans. And finally, the last thing is fairy souls. Fairy souls are one of the best things in the game. They give you a boost to strength, intelligence, and most importantly, health. They're really easy to get now because of something called waypoints. If you're using Badline, I'm going to leave a link in the description that will help you set up waypoints because they make it so much easier than watching a YouTube video. But even if you do have to watch a YouTube video, I highly recommend on getting them. They're an absolute must and will help you get that extra health that you'll need against the later mobs. Well, that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this informative and very useful. There will be a part 2 coming out as to how to get things like the Spirit Scepter and many armor sets in just under a month. But make sure you subscribe, you hit the notification bell so you can stay tuned for when that comes out. We'll also be releasing more Skyblock videos specifically to do with our profiles and how we're doing it. So yeah, make sure you like the video if you did, dislike it if you didn't. But that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Listen!